Welcome to southern Spain in Seville at the Airbus Defense and Space production factory, where they make these A400M military transport aircraft. And today, as you can see in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, with the brand new A400M, we're going to be delivering this particular Atlas from down here in Seville up to the Wunstorf Air Base in Germany for the Luftwaffe. Going to be there, I don't know, like 57th A400 or something like that. But yeah, so we're taking this guy up there. It's looking to be about a 2.5 to 3 hour flight, and it is very early morning. It's about 6 a.m. down here in Seville. So hopefully we should have a nice sunrise departure and then land in the early hours of the morning. So yeah, hope you enjoy. Alright, and welcome to the cold and dark cockpit of this Airbus A400M. Gonna get it powered up, started up, and then take it all the way up to this Air Force base in Germany. So let's get the external power on. Wow, very bright blue lights. Get the batteries on. We'll also begin to align the IRSs. Go, all screens are testing. Let's head over to the init page here. Let's go init request. There we go, we are German Air Force 400 today, and we are in fact on VATSIM. VATSIM just recently updated to be compatible with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. So there we are. So it's not going to be a long range cruise, it's going to be a short range cruise today, flight level 300 on the whole way there, from Seville to the Wunstorf Air Force Base with an alternate of Frankfurt. The winds are set in. Let's go to the flight plan here. So no ATC online at the moment. It is actually very early morning in Europe at the moment, so we might get some ATC as we get closer to our destination, but nothing down here in Spain at the moment. But what we can do is we can get ready for our departure. So we're going out of Seville here on runway 09 at the moment with the, wow, that's a lot of SIDS, with the Hotel India Juliet 3 Romeo departure. And yep, so we'll insert that. What we're going to do, get rid of this discontinuity and ensure there's no doubled up waypoints. Good. Right, so for the arrival, we're going to be flying the ILS Zulu runway 26 via IPCAP, and that takes us from IPCAP onto a DME arc onto the ILS. Right, insert that in. So it's looking good. We're also already loaded up. What I will do, way up the back, up here, I will turn on the blue pump, the blue hydraulic pump. Just so then I can go down here to ground, can open up the main cargo door. Alright, so, oh wow, what the, Jesus Christ. Alright, all the lights just went maximum brightness on me. Oh, there you go, the IRSs are aligned, the weights are in. Let's go to the performance here. We're going to go full toga power here. Let's insert that takeoff data on a flaps 1 departure here. That's all good in V1 128, rotate 128, V2 136. Transition altitude of 6,000 feet today. The airplane is set up. We are ready to go here. We might start up the APU here. 3, 2, bang. We're going to arm the emergency exit lights. Also turn the seatbelt signs on to auto. We're going to put on some lights here as well. Turn on the nav lights. Probe light. I don't really know what the probe light is on this thing, but we'll turn it on anyway. Go. The APU in this thing takes a minute to start up. At least what I'm used to with civilian Airbus aircraft. APU's almost started up. There you go, the generator's starting now. Okay, APU's available. Alright, let's turn on the APU bleed here, get some air going. Turn off the external power. with the ground here. I will remove the ground power unit as well. I will also close the main cargo door. On the radios here, set 122.8. On the transponder we'll squawk 2000. Doors are closed, lights are on. I think we're ready to start up and go here. So in terms of startup, we're going to do engines 1 and 2 and then 3 and 4. So the APU on and the APU bleed, we're going to go engine mode to start. And then we're going to run 1 and 2 up to feather. Two engine shots there on the left engines, as you can see out the window there. Looking very good. Leave them on feather for the moment. We'll go and start up engines 3 and 4 as well. My levels are at idle. My levers are at idle. John has his head in the way there, so I can't quite see it just outside, but there we go. We have 4 good engine starts. Mode norm. And we'll turn off the APU here, as well as the APU bleed. Also make sure the beacon light is on. Alright, we'll set the pressure here, 1022. And I think we're ready to go. So what we're going to do, we're going to turn on the takeoff and taxi lights as well as the turn-offs, release the parking brake, and we're going to set the engines to run. Right, let's start to move here. Make a right turn here. So we're going to arm the ground spoilers here, flaps 1, RTO on the auto brakes there. Seville traffic, German Air Force 400s and A400Ms going to be taxiing to runway 09 via Echo 5 Alpha in Hotel Juliet 1, Seville. Takeoff config test is normal. Alright, we're crossing the active here, so we go, landing lights are going to come on. Cross the active, going to turn, follow the taxiway here to the left onto Alpha. Take Alpha all the way down. We'll also take the landing lights off again because we're no longer on the active. We'll take them back on once we line up. Also confirm that seatbelt signs are on. Not that we have any passengers, but in case there's anyone at the back. Along with this delivery flight, we also are ferrying some spare parts to the Air Force Base. Of course, Wunstorf Air Force Base is where all of the Luftwaffe's A400Ms are based. And yeah, they need some spare parts, so that's also what we're doing today, ferrying a few tons of spare parts with us as we deliver this brand new A400M. Alright, we'll just stop it there. Turn on the landing light as well. We'll make a call and we'll get on the runway here. Seville traffic, German Air Force 400 lining up runway 09 for departure, Seville. Here we go. Turn on the runway here. Follow the taxi line on 09 confirmed. Today we're also going to be doing a short takeoff test. So what we're going to do is we're going to sit on the toe brakes here. We're going to give it full power. Once we are full power, let off the brakes and let it roll. Alright, there it is, Mantoga SRS runway auto thrust blue. $80 knots check my side. 100 knots will go neutral. E1 rotate. We're gonna go nose right up. Pulse the rate gear up, 25 degrees here for a high angle. And we'll start to bring the nose forward again to follow the flight directors. Here we go, we'll bring throttles back to max continuous thrust. Keep pitching the nose down to follow the flight director. Turn up the brightness a bit there. We'll go flaps to track as well. And we'll go autopilot 1. Also go standard on the barrows there. And there we are, we have departed. There's Seville down back behind us on our way to Wunstorf Air Force Base. Alright, so pass through 10,000, the airplane's pitched down a bit there, so you can get up some speed here. So we'll turn off the landing lights, take off taxi lights, and the turn off lights, as well as the seatbelt signs. Welcome to flight level 300 or 30,000 feet. We've just reached our cruise with an estimated time left of 2 hours and 22 minutes down to Wunstorf Base. So yeah, this is an awesome airplane. I can't believe we have an A400 of this quality for free with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Of course, iniBuilds did a great job with this airplane. But yeah, so 2 hours, 20 minutes to go. Some good scenic sights along the way, along this early morning run across Europe. So yeah, should be good. Sit back and enjoy. And welcome back. You join me as we are just about overhead Paris. We have about an hour left en route. The clouds have rolled in. It is nothing but clouds, I think, for the rest of the way, so we're not going to see much ground. So far it's been a smooth flight, still no ATC. That's to be expected. Alright, welcome back to the cockpit. You join me here just a few miles from our planned top of descent, so we're immediately going to chuck the altitude all the way down to 2000, which will be our final altitude before we pick up the ILS into Wunstorf. Let's start to bring it down via vertical speed, 300 feet per minute, just to get a nice smooth transition here. Good, there's top of descent. Good, the managed descent. We're into the clouds. A lot of clouds out here today this morning. Descending now at over 3,000 feet per minute just to catch up to that green dot down there. Really can't see much through these clouds. Alright, in terms of destination data, go into here, go into the performance destination. There you go. So the QNH down there at the moment is 1019er. Outside air temperature of 6 degrees. Magnetic winds at the moment are 140 at 4. At 4, so not a lot of wind. 374 on the baro minimums today. And that is all. Transition altitude to 5,000 feet. Once we get a bit closer in, I'll activate the approach phase. So we pass down through here, I might turn on the landing lights and see what it looks like outside. Right, ice detected, let's find the anti-ice here. On wing, let's turn auto anti-ice on. See, it is cold and there's a lot of icing. Also better pass through 10,000 with the landing lights on. We'll turn on the seatbelt signs as well, make sure they are on. METAR saying few all the way down to 2,000 feet, so not gonna have a lot of visibility by the looks of it. But there we go, there's the ground. There's a nice break in the clouds outside. Now we're about to enter the DME arc here. Just now in approach mode, gonna be slowing down to green dot speed. Quite a grim day down here. I'm not going to think about flaps until we at least get on the turn there. In terms of braking here, we're going to arm the ground spoilers. We're going to go for a medium auto brake here. And then of course we'll go full reverse once we get on the ground. I'm not going to worry about using the HUD today. The HUD's quite small, quite far away, so I think I prefer just to rely on the instruments I have in front of me down there. Alright, I'm going to bring down the first stage of flaps here. There's an airport there. Hanover. Arm the localizer here. Of course, it's going to be a flaps full landing today. There you go, localizer star. Capturing the localizer. Arm the approach mode now, because the glide slope will be coming in very shortly. Bring it down the second stage of flaps now. Start thinking about the gear in a couple miles. I'm gonna go flaps 3. And we'll also extend the gear. go, and I'm going to bring the flaps down to full. I'm going to slow it right back down. Here we go. Wunstorf traffic, German Air Force 400, short final, runway 26, Wunstorf. There we are. My airplane. My throttles.
Minimum seat rate
100.
Full stalling.
50.
flying slow.
$30. 20. Retard. 10. Retard.
Number down. 2 in reverse. Got 8 knots reverse stowed. Tap the auto brakes. Welcome to Wunstorf Air Base. We'll roll it out to the end. A little bit slow there on final. Decided to sink a bit, but caught it with some power. Alright, let's hit on the brake. We'll vacate right here. Take off taxi, turn off lights on, turn the landing lights off. We'll also clean up the airplane and go flaps up. Go speed brakes retracted. Wunstorf traffic, German Air Force 400s, clear of the runway, taxiing to stand 15, Wunstorf. There we go, we're going to be taking a right turn here. Onto the taxiway. Start the APU here. 3, 2, here we go. APU started. Disarm the ground spoilers as well. Right, we're going to be the next turn. Slow it down for the turn here. Follow the line in. Go right to the end here to 15. A400M and old Transall. They've all been retired now, obviously replaced by A400Ms. Alright, let's go on the brake. Bring it around. Take a guess at when to stop. We'll guess. Right there. Lightly on the brake. Fucking brake set. And we'll shut off. The APU is available, so we'll shut off all the engines. That's it, welcome to Wunstorf. In the chocks in the ground power unit, get the main door open. The external power, so we can turn off the APU, get the probe heat, get all the heats off, get all the fuel pumps off as well. Also turn off, take off taxi lights, turn offs, the strobes can come off, beacon lights can come off. We'll leave the probe and the nav lights and also the wing lights can come off as well. And that's it for this flight. I hope you enjoyed. That was a nice 3-hour flight down to Wunstorf Air Force Base, delivering a brand new A400M to the Luftwaffe. Of course, on approach there, I was a little bit, I got a bit slow inside the sink, but I caught it with some power. But we landed with a firm minus 414 feet per minute. But for the A400, again, that's nothing. This is a heavy lift transport aircraft. It's meant to be able to land at some of the most remote places, tough conditions. So a 400 feet per minute landing for this thing, absolutely nothing. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. This is my first official flight, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, with plenty more to come. So keep an eye out, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.